It's sad, man. All this cherry picking that I'm seeing is just sad and pathetic. It's mostly the cherry picking, right? You are trying to cherry pick just to diss Cody Rhodes. You are cherry picking just to spite Cody Rhodes, and it's quite obvious. And look, man, it's mostly the All Elite Wrestling fans that are trying to cherry pick for Sami Zayn, right? In terms of, dog, it's going on 7 years since that man was freaking Stardust. When he was in All Elite Wrestling, you never called him that. Let me repeat, since people are hard of hearing. When he was in All Elite Wrestling, you never called him Stardust. Now, all of a sudden, he is now Stardust now? Huh? Where was this same energy last year for him? All of a sudden, he's now Stardust again, right? All right, let me use your own logic. Why don't we stop calling Bray Wyatt Bray Wyatt? By your logic, should we call him Husky Harris? Should we call Kane Dr. DDS? Should we call The Undertaker Mean Mark Callis and Booger Red? Should we call Stone Cold Steve Austin the Ringmaster? Should we call Triple H the goddamn Blue Blood? Should we call Road Dogg the goddamn Roadie? Right? Whoa, hold up. I got more. Shouldn't we call The Rock Rocky Maivia? Shouldn't we call Scott Hall the Diamond Stud? Shouldn't we call Kevin Nash Oz? See what I'm saying? I can go on and on. Shouldn't we still call him the One Man Gang? Vince McMahon changed his gimmick. So why are you trying to cherry pick Stardust, which was 7 years ago? The past 7 years, he's built his own wrestling company, which trumps Stardust. This guy is a former NWA World Champion, a former Ring of Honor World Champion, a multiple-time TNT Champion. He was an IWGP US Champion. By that logic, damn, it seems like he had accomplished more than Dean Ambrose in AEW, right? So why are you trying to cherry pick Stardust now? Why are you bringing up Stardust to bring him down? I don't get it. How come you're not bringing up Husky Harris? Look, Bray Wyatt, he's still that same fat guy. The only difference, he wears new clothes. He's still Husky Harris to me, right? But you want to bring up Stardust? Like, why are you? 7 years ago, you wasn't calling him Stardust when he was having 5-star matches with Sammy G. You wasn't calling him Stardust when he put over Brody Lee. It's like, wow, now these All Elite Wrestling fans are trying to make up a false rumor, right? They're trying to say, oh, I'm hearing rumors that Reigns will go over 1,000 days. I'm like, dog, he's not going over 1,000 days. And even if he did, are you happy about that? Dog, you keep begging this guy to drop those belts. You keep begging this guy to drop those belts so Raw can have a world champion. So why would you make up a rumor saying he's going over 1,000 days? He's not going over 1,000 days. And even if he did, is that a good thing? That kind of trumps your argument on you wanting Raw to have a world champion. You should be begging Reigns to drop those belts to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is a Raw superstar. He is signed to that brand. He is the face of that brand. He's not a SmackDown superstar. He's a Raw superstar, which makes sense. Drop the belts to Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes can forfeit one of those belts. So SmackDown can have their own world champion. So you better support Cody Rhodes right now. Once again, you keep begging that company to give Raw their own world champion. Cody Rhodes is that guy, but you trying to make up a damn rumor saying Roman might go over 1,000 days, even though he's not. So you want that to happen? Dog, you just said you want a Raw to have their own world champion. Cody Rhodes is trying to be that guy. You can't have it both ways, man, just to support that goddamn ginger Sami Zayn. Look, man, there's so much cherry picking. Now, okay, I called him a jobber, which was factual. He's a jobber. This guy's record since being in that company, right? Do you know what his record is? His wins-loss record? He is, I think he has like 200 wins, right? He has 200 wins and 300 losses, which makes you a jobber on paper. That's factual evidence you are a jobber. You have over 300 losses versus 200 wins. You are a jobber. You will never win more matches than you lose. It's not going to happen, which makes you a jobber. Sami Zayn has a losing record. Last time I checked, that makes you a jobber. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how talented you are. Your record says you are a jobber. I don't make the rules. If Sami Zayn won more matches than he loses, then I wouldn't call him a jobber. But I go on facts and evidence. Facts and evidence says Sami is a jobber. 300 losses versus 200 wins. That's a goddamn jobber. But they're trying to cherry pick for Sami Zayn by trying to compare him to Jinder Mahal. They are trying to cherry pick, right, by saying Jinder Mahal was a jobber and then he became a world champion. Okay. Didn't you complain about Jinder Mahal's title reign? Hold on. Didn't you say he killed SmackDown Live? Right? You said he killed SmackDown Live. That little midget from New York said Jinder Mahal killed SmackDown Live. So, by your logic, it's not a good thing if a jobber becomes a world champion. Ooh, you didn't like that, huh? I'm using your own argument against your argument, right? If you said a jobber killed SmackDown Live as world champion, then why would you want another jobber to kill SmackDown as a world champion? Make that make sense. At least Jinder Mahal looks like a main eventer. At least Jinder Mahal looks marketable that you can put up on posters, right? But by trying to compare him to Jinder Mahal, how How is that a good thing? But he's not Jinder Mahal. And here's why. Jinder was fired, right? Jinder was let go last time I checked. And he came back to the company as a new man with a brand new body, a brand new gimmick, which means he reinvented himself. Which means when he came back, he had a nice clean slate. It was a do-over. So he's not Sami Zayn. Last time I checked, Sami Zayn has not been fired. Sami Zayn did not leave that company. Dude, Sami Zayn is still the same guy for the past 5 years. Ever since he turned heel, he's been that same guy. Same body, same look, same wardrobe. He is literally the same guy for the past 5 years. What has changed? He got body slammed by Wee Man. He was beaten by Johnny Knoxville. He literally has the same gimmick, same character. Since then, nothing has changed. He was still the same goofball in the bloodline, saying, "You are not so oozy," or saying, "Dog." He's still the same goofy character, comedy act, saying dog, oozy. He's still the same clown. Nothing has changed. He ain't serious. He's still the same comedy act, mid-card goofball. Why are you trying to fight for him? I don't get it. He's not a main eventer. He said with his own mouth he doesn't want to be the face of the company. He said with his own mouth he don't see himself as a main eventer. So why are you trying to force it? Unlike Cody Rhodes sees himself as a main eventer, and he is. But trying to compare him to Drew McIntyre, that makes no sense. That is another contradictory. Drew Mac got fired, right? He got fired. He was in 3MB. But Drew came back as a new man. He came back all swole, jacked up, new gimmick, new look. He was a changed man, clean slate. Sami Zayn has no clean slate. It's like you were supposed to compare him to Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre. Look, Drew McIntyre had a damn interview. Guess what? He compared Cody Rhodes to himself. Like, what? Drew McIntyre compared himself to Cody Rhodes. Why? Both guys left and they came back as new men. So by that logic, Cody Rhodes should be compared to Drew Mac. Cody left. Cody became a superstar. Cody was winning titles. Cody built his own brand. He built his own company. He is a bigger star. I don't get it. But trying to compare Sami to Jinder, Drew, that makes no sense. Like, factually, that's incorrect. They got fired. They left. They changed their gimmick and their whole new look. Sami Zayn got body slammed last year by Wee Man. You can't go from being body slammed by Wee Man to beating Roman Reigns. Wow. What if Wee Man were to body slam Roman Reigns? Wouldn't that bury him? Oh, but that can't bury Sami Zayn. You know why? He's a comedy act. That's why he got away with it. He's a comedy act. Just imagine Wee Man body slamming Daniel Bryan. Imagine Wee Man body slamming, I don't know, what's that dude's name? Just imagine if he body slammed Montez Ford. That would bury him. Right? It's like you're not keeping that same energy. Sami Zayn got away with it because he's a joke. He's a comedy act. He's a comedy act mid-card jobber. But trying to cherry pick, it's like you are not doing Sami any favors. You are going to be let down at the Chamber. In fact, I wish it would be a damn squash match. I wish it should. Sami Zayn, Reigns, on paper, it should be a squash. But people trying to compare him to Daniel Bryan, like, wow. Last time I checked, Daniel Bryan did not get beat by Johnny Knoxville. Okay? Last time I checked, Daniel Bryan didn't lose to a goddamn celebrity. So that's why the fans took him seriously, because he was a former world champion before the Yes Movement. Before the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan was a world champion. Sami Zayn has no resume. His resume is jobber. Putting over stars. That's his job. Dog, there was a point where Sami didn't win a match in like 7 months. Jobber. Look, man. We live in a world where if Roman Reigns is your bully, that means you are owed a world title shot. Make that make sense. So the past 6 months, Reigns has been bullying Sami Zayn, so that means Sami Zayn should be the world champion? Because he was bullied by Reigns? Make that make sense. I can't. He has done nothing to earn a world title shot. See, a lot of people are actually not trying to pick that up. What has Sami Zayn done to actually earn a shot at Reigns? Nothing. What has he done to earn a shot? Not a damn thing. That's what's pissing me off. But the whole point is, this whole cherry picking, man, I don't get it. You was not calling that man Stardust last year. Now he's Stardust again? Damn, man, why don't we call Bray Wyatt Husky Harris, man? These are the same fans that call Bray Wyatt by his name. But they don't want to call him Husky Harris. Like, why not? Right? That was years ago. Just like Stardust was, that was years ago. How is Stardust relevant in 2023? Right? So you're trying to have it both ways. You want Reigns to drop the belt so Raw can have a world champion, but at the same time, they're trying to make up a damn rumor saying they want him to go over 1,000 days. No, they do not. If that was the case, how come AJ Styles didn't break CM Punk's record for the longest title reign? Even though they could have done it with AJ, but they didn't. Even though they could have, they didn't. Dog, they don't care about those kind of records, but they don't care. You can't go from trying to make up a rumor saying Reigns might go over 1,000 days to at the same time you want Sami Zayn to beat him. Like, what are you talking about? You can't have it both ways. Which one is it? Is it 1,000 days, or do you want Reigns to drop the belt as soon as possible? Do not pay attention to rumors, man. These are the same people that thought Drew Mack was going to beat Reigns last summer, and he didn't. So stop with the damn rumors. Like, rumors, stop commenting on my video saying, oh, I heard a rumor. Dog, you might get blocked. I don't care about rumors, but I know Mark like you. I'm not a Mark. I don't read dirt sheets. I know dirt. I know geek. I'm a casual wrestling fan. I ain't hardcore with this crap, bruh. I hear what I hear, and I go by my own thought process and opinions, not of freaking dirt sheets. Dirt sheets are liars, man. He's not going over 1,000 days. Get that out of your head. Cody Rhodes wants to be world champion at WrestleMania. That's what's gonna happen. And by saying, oh, Cody was a backup plan for The Rock, let that sink in for just a second right now. He was a backup plan for an icon. He was a backup plan for the legendary Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That means Cody is a goddamn superstar. Cody is The Rock's replacement. So Cody is replacing a legend. So where is your talking point now? That means Cody is a goddamn superstar. They think he has a big enough name to replace The Rock at WrestleMania. How is that a bad thing? That actually puts him over. It was him or Dwayne The Rock Johnson? That means Cody is a made man. They view him as a top guy if it was him or Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That means Cody is a goddamn superstar. By that logic. What are you talking about? But look, at the end of the day, Cody will beat this guy, so you gotta just get over it. Cody will beat Reigns for the world title. Just get over it. It's going to happen. Sami Zayn is a damn jobber. Look, man, actually, when it comes to the chamber, I actually hope they do the finger poke of doom just to piss off the fans. That would be crazy if they did the finger poke of doom just to piss off all the Sami Zayn fanboys, just to kill all this noise. Man, I'm so glad there was no social media during the 90s, because you clowns would have called Stone Cold Steve Austin the goddamn ringmaster just to support Mick Foley. You would have called The Rock Rocky Maivia just to support Mick Foley. I'm just glad there was no social media back then. Or you goddamn clowns would have called Scott Hall the Diamond Stud. You clowns would have called Kevin Nash Oz. You clowns would have called Kane Dr. DDS or Fake Diesel just to support your favorite wrestler. That's sad, man. That's it. I'm done.